Welcome to another meeting of the Lorain County Commissioners, broadcast exclusively on your Lorain County Community College education station. The Lorain County Commissioners cordially invite you to see the meetings live and in person every Thursday morning. The meetings are located in the Lorain County Administration Building, located at 226 Middle Avenue in downtown Elyria. The meetings start at 9:30 a.m. on most weeks. Now, enjoy the meeting.
If we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Today's quote is, I think, was appropriate regarding freedom. We look forward to a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression. The second is freedom of every person to worship God in his own way. The third is freedom from want. The fourth is freedom from fear. This is from Franklin D. Roosevelt. So I cannot be accused of using a Republican every time. Commissioner Vatsy is at the National Association of Counties event in New Orleans, so she will not be attending. Hopefully Sunday she'll be picking up this award that we received, the 2002 Economic Development Incentive Package that the Lorain County has received. It's a national recognition. And so she'll be there Sunday picking that up and hopefully coming back with a lot more information on what's going on nationally with the county commissioners. So I think that's a neat award, a neat plaque that we'll all have hanging up in our offices. So, Madam Clerk.
Okay, there are no scheduled appointments this morning. On the resolutions, I need a motion to approve the Job and Family Services bills for payment.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Investments?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Appropriations?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Transfers?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
There are no advances. Requisitions?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Travel expenses?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Approving bills for payment?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
I'd like to authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary for employees within the jurisdiction of Lorain County Commissioners.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
I'd like to approve a joint project between the Lorain County Metro Parks and the Solid Waste Management District to clean up a pile of tires located at 9391 Dean Road in Brownhelm Township. The Metro Parks would supply the manpower and equipment needed to load a pile of tires into trailers provided by COC, the district's tire contractor. The district's part of this cleanup project would be to pay COC for its services in the amount not to exceed $15,000. COC would in turn remove the trailer and have the tires disposed of according to the contract.
Also moved.
And second.
Discussion?
Someone here from Metro Parks like to comment regarding this? You can come on up to the podium and identify yourself, please.
Pat McCaslin, I'm the operations supervisor for Lorain County Metro Parks, and we would just love the assistance. We've been working on this project since 1994 when we bought the property. We've spent probably over $25,000 collecting about 90 tons of tires so far. We've got about 3,000 left, and we've taken out, I think 24,000 already. So,
Okay, good job.
lots of tires.
Okay. Will this finish it up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Dan, you have something
You want something to say, Diane, or you're kind of biting at the bit there wanting to speak?
You can't walk.
Dan Billman, Lorain County Solid Waste Director. This is a project that we need to use our monies for in different areas of the county. This particular setting on Dean Road is a beautiful pine tree studded valley. Basically, it's on a hilltop, and all the tires are down in a big valley. And supposedly there's probably a car under there too, someplace. So once they get that straightened up, it will not only alleviate some of the mosquito problems, but the aesthetic value of that park also. So thank you, Commissioners.
Okay. Thanks, Dan.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
I'd like to issue notice to proceed letter to Crossroads Asphalt Recycling of Columbia Station, Ohio, for the City of Sheffield Lake Community Center parking lot effective July 15th, 2002. The contract was awarded by resolution number 02469, was adopted June 13th, 2002.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
I'd like to designate Saturday, September 14th, 2002, as Lorain County Computer Recycling Day. This will be the first event held by the Solid Waste Management District in Lorain County and will be conducted according to the outlined information included in the information packet. Only one location will be open for this event. Alltel Incorporated has agreed to donate the use of their plant center at 560 Turnus Street in Elyria, Ohio. The district has received a $1,000 grant from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources as an incentive to hold this event. Computers for Education Program of Ohio will assist in this collection in the amount not to exceed $4,500. This event will be open to all residents of the county and all local governments, schools, nonprofit organizations, and businesses having offices here. Organizations with a large number of units can be accommodated with a special on-site pickup.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to move for approval, but I would also like to include in my motion for approval that we accept the Memorandum of Understanding from Computers for Education Program of Ohio, which is similar to an agreement, I believe. Yes, it has the signatures. And I think that's part of it. So that would be part of my motion, that we accept the MOU.
Which is?
Which was, this was on the agenda last week, and it was taken off because that memorandum was not forwarded.
Oh, okay.
And there was explanation about what Computers for Education Program of Ohio does, and I believe, and Dan can verify the necessity, but I believe we need to also authorize that MOU. Am I not correct?
Okay, because I was trying to figure out what the $4,500 not to exceed. So are they charging us to take this
Here,
stuff?
this is a breakdown that was presented last week as part of it, and the total estimated costs were $5,375, and I believe the $1,000 ODNR grant would bring that down, and I thought that we ought to have a cost in there.
Okay.
Perhaps Dan could answer your
That
question.
$4,500 is basically for transportation of the computers to the prison facilities. It also includes, we need a tow motor and some other things involved there. We really don't know how much it's actually going to cost us for transportation, but I think that's plenty at this point in time. If we had two locations, and it might be a little bit different, but being this is the first time we've done the computers roundup, we think that's sufficient.
So do people know that if they want to give you bad computers, that's okay? You're
Right.
asking for that?
Right.
You're just asking for anything, it says here, you know, even fax machines, printers, scanners, and cables, all that stuff?
That's right.
Just throw them in a box?
Bring them in a trunk and pickup truck, and we will have people there from the prison systems who put it in big boxes, and then we will take a tow motor and put it in the trailers, and they will transport them to the prison system where they're disassembled. And if they are refurbishable, they will rebuild them, and then we can actually bring those back into the county and provide them to different school districts around the county.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. That's September 14th. Okay. I'm seconding your motion.
Thank you.
Any more discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
I'd like to authorize the reappointment of Edward Higgins, registered pharmacist, as a member on the TB Clinic Board of Trustees for a 3-year term effective retroactive to April 18, 2002 through April 17, 2005.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
I'd like to approve payment to the victims of domestic violence, Lorain County Safe Harbor Incorporated, doing business as the Genesis House, for the amounts collected by Lorain County, $30,239 for the period January 1st, 2002 through June 30th, 2002. The collection and payment are pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Sections 2303.201 and 3113.34 through 3113.39.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
I'd like to award contract to Crossroads Asphalt of Columbia Station, Ohio, in the amount of $167,710.40 for the 2002 Hot Applied Crack Seal Program. The estimate was $188,981. This was the lowest and most responsive bid received, complying with specifications. Crossroads Asphalt proposes to begin work on or before July 1st and complete all work on or before August 31st, 2002. The funds are available in the Motor Vehicle Gas Tax Engineering Projects account. The county engineer has reviewed and recommends approval.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
I'd like to authorize the Lorain County Sheriff to apply for the 2002-2003 DARE Attorney General Grant in the amount of $15,702, which represents 50% of the base salary of one DARE officer for the 9-month school year. A local match is required from the County General Fund in the amount of $15,702. This application must be postmarked no later than August 6, 2002, excuse me, and will be awarded by January 2003 for the school year of 2002 to 2003.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
I'd like to instruct the clerk to re-advertise the request for proposals for prepaid merchandise cards for school supplies and school dress and athletic shoes. The bid opening will be Monday, July 29th, 2002 at 2 p.m. in the Commissioner's Public Hearing Room. I'd like to advertise a notice in the Chronicle Telegram and Morning Journal on July 15th and 22nd, 2002.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
I'd like to approve and enter into contract between the Lorain County Department of Job and Family Services and Kids Center of Vermillion, Ohio for daycare services effective August 1st, 2002 through December 31st, 2002. The maximum amount reimbursed for children enrolled is based on state reimbursement ceiling. I'd like to authorize the President or Vice President to execute on behalf of the Board.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
I'd like to approve and enter into a purchase of service contract between the Lorain County Department of Job and Family Services and Lorain County Workforce Development Agency for fiscal year 2003 for the Workforce Investment Act programs and services. Contract is effective retroactive to July 1st, 2002 through June 30th, 2003 in the amount not to exceed $2,697,941. I'd like to authorize the President or Vice President to execute on behalf of the Board.
Also moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
I'd like to instruct the clerk to advertise for bids for the construction of Colorado Avenue Rehabilitation, City of Lorain, Ohio, LOR 611-4.38, to extend from Henderson Drive to the East Corporation limit of the city at an estimated cost of $4,080,642. The pavement will be replaced and widened to 3 lanes with new curbs and gutters, drive aprons, drainage work, and traffic signal work. The cost is being paid using 80% federal funds and 20% Ohio Department of Transportation funds. The notice will be advertised in the Chronicle Telegram and Morning Journal on July 16th, 23rd, and 30th, 2002, and bids will be opened on Tuesday, August 6th, 2002 at 2 p.m. here in the public hearing room.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Item 21, I was informed this morning by Kathleen Bowers of the Job and Family Services that this is to be placed on hold. They weren't ready to address it this morning, right? So we'll
Okay.
do this next week. Okay. Mr. Cortez is on vacation, unless Mr. Fote has a report or comment.
No report.
Well, I think you ought to comment on that thing that's sitting there.
I don't see any issues with that, Mr. Acting County Administrator.
In case my friend Phil is watching television.
Oh,
Thank you, Mr. Fote.
Mr. Folt made a bet.
Okay, Assistant County Prosecutor, Mr. Innes.
I don't have anything this morning, but next week I'm going to need to discuss some litigation issues with the commissioners, so just keep that in mind for next week.
Okay. Commissioners report?
Commissioner Blair, do you have anything?
Oh, I just want, it'll be too late for the television audience, but for those who are here tomorrow, NOACA is meeting at the Patsy C. Campana Engineering Department. This is our annual hosting of the NOACA meeting. NOACA is our 5-county metropolitan planning organization, and we want to showcase GLIDE for them tomorrow. GLIDE, of course, you know, is the partnership between the college, the commissioners, and the Chamber of Commerce. And some good things are, oh yeah, that's part of the award that we got. And some really good things are happening over there, and I thought this was an opportunity to show our friends from the other 4 counties what we're doing here. So that's where the meeting will be held. It starts at 10 o'clock.
Thank you. I have none.
Nothing? Old business. We have a resolution to approve and enter into contract with 2nd and Juland, Ohio for the creation of a pre-development program manual for the renovation of the New York Central Railroad Station located in downtown Elyria into an intermodal hub. Contract is in the amount of $99,000. We also like to authorize the county auditor to issue a warrant in the amount of $25,000 payable to Second Generation Properties as soon as possible as initial retainer as pursuant to the contract, section Article 4. Said amount has been budgeted in the general fund, and this is a correction. It's not economic development. It will be Commissioner's Contract Services account.
Okay, so moved.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Any other old business? New business?
I have none.
I have none.
Board correspondence?
I move the reading be waived.
Second.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Public comment?
Anybody here have public comment? Bob?
Robert Kish, 7XC, that's 7 times C. I like to open with something I got in email. Life is like a roll of toilet paper. The older it gets, the faster it goes. Having said that, I'd like to present Nancy Bryant. It's a little late, Nancy, but I'd like to present you with this candle for your improvement to the telephone service at a cost savings to the Lorain administration, to this building here. I appreciate people who can come up with an idea above and beyond their duty. You've been reading about a controller in Switzerland that definitely did not live up to his calling. 5 airplanes you can control without radar. You don't need help.
Good job, Nancy.
So she went beyond her duty, and I appreciate that. Other than that, I wrote a letter. I think this is something that's a carryover. You get different perspective when you spend some time in a hospital. And I got to thinking of something I liked that I saw in Hawaii. And since the city of Lorain definitely has safety forces that are being, I guess they're taking pressure at some of the crime scenes or accident scenes that they attend, or will be. In Hawaii, the fire departments, if they are not on call, will take your blood pressure and your pulse. And this, in a way, is a double duty because the public gets to meet the firemen, they interact, and at the same time, the firemen are getting training in the procedure of taking blood pressure and the pulse. And I think the cost is the equipment they should already have. It's a cost of some of their time, and I think it would be a good idea if we implemented this with all the police and the emergency, I won't say emergency because they are separate and they're funded separately. But for the public servants that are available, I think it would be a good use of public facilities, that is the device that measures your pressure. And the other thing that I think would be very good, and it's a very simple test, is the device that measures the oxygen in your finger, that little clamp that goes on the end of your finger. That, to me, is more important than the blood pressure. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Bob. Anybody else have any public comment? Seeing none, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Moore?
Aye.
Mrs. Blair?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
9.